Hey guys, Billy Epphart here. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the vlogs, and I'm answering questions on business. And so one we had sent in is, how do you get through the toughest year of business? And in this case, they were specifically asking for the first year. How do I get through that tough first year? And sometimes, honestly, your toughest year in business is not necessarily your first year. A lot of times it is, but sometimes it can be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So here's just some quick things to help you know. I'm going to give you 3 good questions you can ask yourself when you're really going through a tough time in your business or it's a tough year. Is that number 1, you have to ask yourself, what am I discovering? In other words, what did I find out about business or something about my business that I didn't know before? So the idea behind that is that we don't know what we don't know. So you have to, what many business owners don't understand is there is a discovery process. For example, you discover, when you go through tough times, you discover some things about yourself that you didn't know and how you may respond either in fear or faith. You learn that. The other thing you discover is you may have thought that you had a business idea that was for one thing, and as you begin to go do your business, you may find out that your customer segment or how the money was coming into you, how you were getting paid, was totally different than what you had expected. And so one of the keys to business and really successful business is being able to be adaptable. So when you ask yourself, the question, what am I discovering in this process? You're going to discover some stuff, I can assure you. You're going to discover stuff you definitely didn't know. And let me say it this way, you weren't even aware of it. Not only did you not know it, you didn't even know it existed. You're going to discover rare animals, or rare plant life in business, because you're going to run across things you go, wow, I never even thought about that. So the question is to ask yourself more empowering questions that help you. One is, what are you discovering? And then the second one is, what are you learning? Now, what are you learning, in my mind, is a little different than what are you discovering. Because when you're discovering something, you're actually locating or seeing something you've never seen, in the sense of finding out it's a reality that's out there in business you didn't know. But when you're learning something, there's always business principles and applications of how to do business that's kind of common across the board. In other words, you got to have, obviously, you got to have your accounting, and you need to have marketing, you've got to have your operations. Maybe there's something in those categories, or your legal, or what I call your systems, your IT, or your organizational people management, HR, those kind of things. So there's stuff that you actually learn that you're going to take with you, so to speak, forever. In other words, there are principles and facts of things that you learn that you're going to apply to your arsenal. They're going to be a permanent part of who you are and how you learn to do business. And so those 2 things, what are you discovering and what are you learning? And then the third thing is who are you connecting with? And this is a key, because one of the things that make for a successful business life is, number 1, you got to have core competencies. That really comes from the first 2 questions I just gave you. And then the third question is, who are you connecting with? So you need to realize that you need connections for your own life personally that help you, that can coach you, but you also need connections in your industry. So whatever industry you're in, or category you find yourself doing business in, there's always primary connections that can come your way. In fact, spiritually speaking, I like to call them divine connections, that God will bring into your life divine connections that you need to have for your life. So the first question is, what are you discovering? Number 2, what are you learning that you're adding permanently to your arsenal of knowledge? And then thirdly is who are you connecting to? In other words, are you making those primary connections both personally as well as business? Because one of the keys to successful business is connecting to the right people in that industry. And that makes doors that open and other opportunities that come so much easier if you have what I call those key connections in a particular industry. So this is Billy Epphart. Hey, thanks for watching this vlog, and we'll see you right back here on another one. Bye-bye.